Tonight, I want you to forget everything science fiction has taught you about the future. Forget the giant starships. Forget galaxies filled with human civilizations. Forget the fantasy that humanity is destined to conquer the universe, because the truth may be far stranger and far more terrifying. Right now, as you sit on this tiny planet, Earth is moving through a cosmic ocean so vast that the human mind cannot truly comprehend it. Every star you see in the night sky is separated from us by distances so enormous that even light, the fastest thing in existence, struggles to cross them. And hidden inside those unimaginable distances may be a brutal reality that changes everything we believe about humanity's future. What if humans were never meant to leave the solar system? What if the universe itself is a prison built from the laws of physics? Tonight, we are going to explore the terrifying barriers standing between humanity and the stars. We will uncover why the speed of light may be the ultimate cosmic wall, why deep space could destroy the human body and mind, why even the nearest stars may remain forever unreachable, and why the universe may be far more isolated, lonely and hostile than we ever imagined. But the deeper we go into this mystery, the more shocking the questions become. If interstellar travel is impossible, then what happens to humanity's dream of escaping Earth? If no civilization can cross the stars, then could the galaxy already be filled with intelligent species trapped around distant suns, forever separated by physics itself? And if the universe truly has limits we can never overcome, what does that mean for the future of our species? By the end of this video, you may never look at the night sky the same way again. Humanity has always imagined the stars as destinations waiting for us. Since ancient times, people looked at the night sky and believed that one day we would cross the heavens the same way sailors crossed oceans. Today, rockets leave Earth regularly, robots explore Mars, and telescopes look billions of light years into space. It feels natural to assume that eventually humans will spread across the galaxy. But when we begin to examine the actual laws of physics, a disturbing possibility appears. The universe may not be built for interstellar travel at all. The deeper science advances, the more we realize that humanity may be permanently trapped inside the solar system. The first and most terrifying obstacle is distance. Human brains are not designed to understand cosmic scales. On Earth, distances feel manageable. Crossing continents takes hours. Reaching the moon took only a few days. But space beyond the solar system operates on a scale so enormous that normal language completely fails to describe it. The nearest star system, Alpha Centauri, is about 4.37 light-years away. That sounds small until you understand what a light-year really means. Light travels at 300,000 kilometers every second. In 1 second, it circles Earth 7 times. Yet even at that unimaginable speed, it still needs more than 4 years to reach the nearest star. Now compare that with human technology. The fastest spacecraft humans have ever built would still require tens of thousands of years to make the same journey. Entire civilizations rise and disappear in less time than that. Imagine launching a spacecraft today knowing that by the time it arrives, modern humanity itself may no longer exist. Languages would change, nations would vanish. Religions, cultures, and governments could be completely unrecognizable. Interstellar travel is not like taking a ship across an ocean. It is like throwing a bottle into eternity. This enormous distance creates another brutal problem: energy. Moving objects through space requires energy, and the faster you want to travel, the more energy you need. But as speed increases, the required energy increases dramatically. A spacecraft capable of carrying humans between stars would need unimaginable amounts of fuel. Yet fuel itself has mass, and more mass requires even more energy to move. This creates a horrifying engineering trap. Every solution becomes another problem. The universe seems to punish attempts at extreme speed. Then comes the greatest wall in all of physics: the speed of light. According to Einstein's relativity, nothing with mass can reach or exceed light's speed. As an object accelerates closer to light's speed, its mass effectively increases, requiring more and more energy. Near the speed of light, the energy demand approaches infinity. EMC2, that tiny equation, completely transformed humanity's understanding of reality. It revealed that mass and energy are deeply connected. But it also revealed something frightening. Accelerating matter to extreme speeds requires absurd levels of energy because mass itself resists acceleration. The universe places a hard limit on movement, almost like a cosmic speed barrier designed to prevent civilizations from spreading too far. People often imagine future technology solving this problem, but technology cannot simply erase physical laws. Humans once believed flight was impossible until airplanes appeared, but airplanes succeeded because no law of physics forbade them. Faster than light travel is different. Modern physics itself appears to reject it. Every experiment ever performed continues confirming relativity with astonishing precision. Even if humans somehow built ships capable of traveling near light speed, time itself becomes distorted. Relativity predicts that time slows down for fast-moving travelers. To astronauts aboard such a ship, the journey might feel relatively short, but on Earth, decades or centuries could pass T1 V2.C2. This means interstellar travelers would effectively become disconnected from humanity. Imagine leaving Earth for a nearby star and returning to discover everyone you ever knew has been dead for centuries. Entire civilizations could evolve while you experienced only a few years. Interstellar travel would not merely separate people through distance, but through time itself. Then there is the horrifying reality of space itself. Humans evolved under Earth's protection. Our planet shields us from deadly cosmic radiation through its magnetic field and atmosphere. Remove those protections, and space becomes violently hostile. Outside Earth's shield, invisible particles from exploding stars and distant galaxies constantly slam through space at nearly light speed. These particles can damage DNA, destroy cells, and increase cancer risk. Astronauts aboard the International Space Station already experience measurable radiation exposure despite remaining relatively close to Earth. A multi-decade interstellar mission would expose humans to radiation levels that could become catastrophic. Spacecraft shielding would need to be incredibly thick, adding enormous mass and making travel even harder. Then gravity creates another nightmare. The human body depends on gravity more than we realize. Without it, muscles weaken, bones lose density, fluids shift toward the brain, and vision deteriorates. Astronauts returning from long missions often struggle to walk normally. Now imagine spending generations in weightlessness. Human biology itself might slowly begin to fail, and perhaps even more dangerous than the physical threats is the psychological isolation. Humans are social creatures deeply connected to Earth's environment. Our minds evolved around sunlight, weather, plants, oceans, and the presence of other living systems. Deep space offers none of these comforts. Only darkness, machinery, and silence. Imagine being born aboard a giant spacecraft traveling between stars. You would never feel natural wind on your skin, never stand beneath an open sky, never experience rain, forests, or oceans except through recordings. Entire generations could live and die inside artificial metal habitats, drifting through endless darkness. What would happen to the human mind under such conditions? Psychological stress during even relatively short space missions is already a major concern. Isolation affects emotions, behavior, and mental stability. Interstellar travel could amplify those effects beyond anything humanity has experienced. Conflicts aboard such missions could become disastrous because there would be no escape, no rescue, and no outside support. Communication itself becomes almost meaningless over interstellar distances. Messages sent between stars take years to arrive because information cannot travel faster than light. A simple conversation would stretch across decades. Imagine asking Earth for advice and receiving the response long after the problem already destroyed your mission. The farther humanity travels into space, the more alone it becomes. Then comes an even larger cosmic problem. The universe itself is expanding. Galaxies are moving away from one another because space itself is stretching. Some distant regions of the universe are receding faster than light due to this expansion. Not because they are breaking relativity, but because space itself is growing between objects. VH0D, this simple relationship known as Hubble's law, reveals something astonishing. The farther away a galaxy is, the faster it moves away from us. Eventually, beyond certain distances, galaxies become permanently unreachable. No matter how advanced humanity becomes, some parts of the cosmos can never be visited. The observable universe may contain trillions of galaxies, yet much of it is forever inaccessible. Humanity exists inside a tiny island of reachability, surrounded by an ocean we may never cross. This realization changes how we think about intelligent life itself. Many people ask why we have not encountered alien civilizations. Perhaps the answer is not that intelligent life is rare. Perhaps civilization simply cannot overcome the distances between stars. Maybe every advanced species eventually discovers the same brutal truth. Physics itself prevents galactic expansion. The galaxy may be filled with isolated civilizations trapped around their own stars, forever separated by impossible distances and cosmic speed limits. Intelligence may not guarantee freedom. Knowledge may reveal the prison rather than unlock it. Yet humans continue dreaming about escape. That may be the most remarkable thing about our species. Every obstacle inspires new ideas. Scientists imagine fusion engines, antimatter propulsion, warp drives, wormholes, and suspended animation. These concepts sound almost magical because reality appears so restrictive that only extraordinary loopholes could overcome it, but each proposed solution carries enormous difficulties. Antimatter is incredibly difficult to produce and store. Fusion propulsion remains technologically elusive. Wormholes may collapse instantly or require exotic negative energy that may not physically exist. Warp drives demand conditions so extreme they border on impossible. Again and again, the universe closes the door. And perhaps the most unsettling possibility is that humanity simply evolved for the wrong environment. Birds evolved to fly because Earth's atmosphere allowed it. Fish evolved for oceans because water supported them. Humans evolved for Earth, not deep space. We are biological creatures tied gravity, oxygen, and planetary ecosystems. Expecting humans to spread across the galaxy may be as unrealistic as expecting dolphins to colonize deserts. This does not mean humanity will never expand beyond Earth entirely. Colonies on Mars, moons around Jupiter and Saturn, or giant artificial habitats inside the solar system may eventually become reality. The solar system itself is enormous and could support human civilization for millions of years, but leaving it entirely may remain forever beyond reach. The stars may always remain distant lights rather than destinations, and perhaps that is the universe's greatest irony. Humans possess enough intelligence to understand the cosmos, but not enough power to fully explore it. We can measure distant galaxies, detect black holes, and calculate the birth of stars, yet we may never physically stand among them. The universe allows us to see almost everything while denying us the ability to touch it. So perhaps the greatest mystery is not whether humanity will conquer the stars, but whether the universe was ever designed to let us try. Maybe one day humans will build cities on Mars, giant stations around distant planets, or machines more advanced than anything we can currently imagine. Maybe our descendants will spread across the solar system and transform worlds into new homes for civilization. But when it comes to crossing the endless darkness between stars, the universe may have already drawn an invisible boundary, a boundary written into space, time, energy, and the laws of physics themselves. And yet, there is something beautiful about humanity refusing to stop dreaming, because even if we never leave the solar system, we are still the species that looked into the darkness and asked questions. We are the creatures made from atoms, born inside ancient stars, trying to understand the universe that created us. That curiosity is extraordinary. That curiosity is what makes humanity special. The night sky may no longer feel like an open road waiting for us. It may feel more like a vast cosmic ocean we can only observe from the shore. But perhaps the true purpose of the universe was never to be conquered. Perhaps its purpose was to inspire wonder. And maybe that wonder is enough. Thank you for watching this journey into one of the most terrifying and fascinating possibilities in modern science. If this video changed the way you think about the universe, make sure to keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep looking up at the stars, because every great discovery in human history began with curiosity. Good luck, and I'll see you in the next exploration of the universe.